Gauss elimination method. So in the previous class, we have seen to learn the solution of a linear system with the elimination method. Now in this class, let us learn how the rank method is used to solve a linear system, right? Because this particular method based on the ranks of the coefficient and the augmented matrices, we say that this is also called the method of consistency. Based on consistency of the system, we can have the solution in this method. Let me first explain what is the method and then we apply it over the three problems we have seen here, right? So let me tell you what is the method first. Suppose we are given a linear system. Suppose we are given a linear non-homogeneous system. Because remember always, the previous method, which is the Gauss elimination method, as I told you already, is always applicable only for solving. It is for solving only the linear non-homogeneous systems, right? Solving the linear non-homogeneous system for getting unique solution. Whereas in this method, we can solve both the homogeneous and non-homogeneous methods. And also, the type of the solution we can get is, we can get every possible case. We get consistency with unique solution, we can get consistency with many solutions, or otherwise in some of the problems, we can get no solution at all, inconsistency case also. So what is this method applicable for? For solving any type of linear system. And what type of solution this method give? Both the unique and many solutions it is going to give us, right? Now let me explain the method. Suppose we are given a non-homogeneous, for example, its matrix notation is Ax equal to B. What we have to do is, first we consider its augmented matrix, then we reduce to the echelon form. Once we reduce the echelon form, once we get the echelon form, from this we determine the rank of the augmented matrix and the rank of the coefficient matrix. We have to find both the ranks of the coefficient and augmented matrices. Now we compare the two values of the rank. We come across the two cases. The three cases actually we come across. Suppose we found that the rank of the coefficient matrix is not equal to the rank of the augmented matrix. It simply indicates us that the system is inconsistent. It has no solution at all. So what do we mean by inconsistency? In this method, when we consider augmented matrix and reduce the echelon form, and from the echelon form we found the ranks of A and AB which are not equal. It indicates that our given system has no solution, it is inconsistent. Now the other possible case is, we may get the rank of A equal to the rank of AB which is equal to the value R. If at all the two ranks are equal, they must be equal to some constant value R. Now this R value is compared with, we have two subcases in the setting. If this R value is less than n, we say that the given system is having many solutions. The given system is having many solutions, infinite number of solutions. And the infinite number of solutions depend on the difference n minus r values. N minus r unknowns and given arbitrary values, we can get the infinitely many solutions. And the other case we can get is, we may have the rank equal to n, wherein we get the unique solution, only one solution for the system. Therefore, whenever r is less than n or r equal to n, corresponding to rank of A equal to rank of AB equal to R, we say that the system is consistent, having many solutions when R is less than n. Unique solution with R equal to n. So this is how the given system is solved by using the rank method. So we consider augmented matrix, reduce to echelon form, then the ranks of A and AB have to be determined. On comparison, if we find the ranks are not equal, we say that the system has no solution, it is inconsistent. Once the ranks are equal, we say that the system is consistent, we have at least one solution. And to have the type of the solution, we compare the common value R with the number of unknowns of the system this value of n is here, the number of unknowns. Whenever the rank of the two matrices, coefficient and augmented matrices, is less than the number of unknowns, we mean that the consistent system has many solutions, and the solutions depend on the number n minus r variables, unknowns. When r equal to n, for the same case of consistency, we say that the system will have unique solution, right? This is the rule for finding the solution of the non-homogeneous system in the rank method. Now let us apply this method for getting the solution of these three problems. Look at the first problem. I am straight away writing the augmented matrices and then the corresponding reduction of the echelon forms. So from the first problem, we are looking at the first problem solution. For the first system, clearly we can see there are three equations and four x, y, z, w variables. So from the first equation, let us write the first one. So the augmented matrix is, from the first equation, the first row we get 1, 1, 2, 1, 5. From the second equation, we have 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, 2. From the third, we have 4, 5, 3. There is no w, means its coefficient is 0, 7. So this is the coefficient matrix of the first given system. Now we have to reduce this system to echelon form, right? So first pivot is 1 here and non-zero. Using this one, let us make these 2 and 4 zeros. So to make this 2 0, R2 implies, we keep this 2 as it is. So R2 is written minus. When we do 2 times here, multiply this 1 with 2, we get 2 also again here. 2 minus 2 give us 0 here. So R2 minus 2 R1. When we do over this 2, we get 0 here. Similarly, to make this the 4 0, which is in R3, it is R3 minus the 4 into R1. 4 minus the 4 times of 1, we get 0 here. Using these two over the matrix A, we get the new matrix which is equivalent. It is the first row 1, 1, 2, 1, 5. Second row we have 0. Next we have 3 minus 2 into 1, 3 minus 2. Next minus 1 minus 2 into minus 2. It is minus 1 minus 4. Next we have minus 2 minus 2 into 1. We have minus 4. It is minus 2 minus 2 into 1. Minus 2 minus 2. Next is 2 minus 2 into 5. 2 minus 10. We are going to get minus 8. From the third row, we have to apply R3 minus 4 R1. We have 4 minus 4 into 1 becomes 0 here. Next, we have 5 minus 4 into 1. 5 minus 4, 1. 3 minus 4 2, 3 minus 8, minus 5. Next it is 0, minus 4 into 1, minus 4. Next it is 7, minus 4 into 5. 7 minus 20, it is minus 13. Now we go to the second pivot, because this is not the echelon form. Now the second pivot is 1. To make the element below that, which is 1, this 1 has to become 0 now. So which is in R3, so R3 implies, we write here R3 implies, directly R3 minus R2 make this one 0. So when we apply this over the matrix, we have the corresponding equivalent matrix is 1, 1, 2, 1, 5 in the first row, 0, 1, minus 5, minus 4, minus 8. Next it is 0, 0, 0, 0. Finally we have minus 13 plus 8. What is minus 13 plus 8? It is a 5. Minus 5. And clearly we can see there are 0 zeros, 1 0, 4 zeros before the first non-zero entries. This is clearly echelon form. So we write down the corresponding system. X plus y plus 2z plus w equal to 5. Next 0x 1 into y. Minus 5 into z minus 4 into w minus 8 minus 5 into w. This is okay. We have to first from the echelon form we need to write the ranks, because here look at the last row. it is 0x, 0y, 0z, 0w. All the coefficients of the variables are 0, and that should be equated to the value minus 5, which is impossible. Here itself we can understood, or otherwise we can also say from the echelon form, the rank of the augmented matrix is complete. This one is the augmented matrix. There are 3 non-zero rows. The rank of A is 3. The rank of A, hiding the last column, we have only 2 non-zero rows. So we have the rank of A is equal to 2. The two values are not equal, and therefore we say that the system is inconsistent. The given system of linear equations is inconsistent. I hope you all understood the method. What we have done? We have written the augmented matrix, applied the sequence of row operations. What we have done? We have written the augmented matrix, applied the sequence of row operations. We have got the echelon form. From the echelon form, either by trying to write the equivalent system or finding the ranks also, we can have the consistency and the type of the solutions both. If you want to find out in terms of the rank, we determine the rank of AB and A. Clearly the 3 unknowns, the 3 non-zero rows are there in AB. So rank of AB 3, and hiding the last column, the 2 non-zero rows in the matrix A, echelon form matrix A, rank of A is 2, not equal. We say that the system is inconsistent. Or writing the equivalent system, the last equation is impossible. 0 cannot be equal to minus 5. It itself indicates that the system has no solution. So the first problem is having the solution, no solution, and the system is now called inconsistent. Now similarly we move on, we continue the same method to solve the second example given. This is our second problem given. Now from the second equation, we write down what is the augmented matrix first. Augmented matrix. First equation 1, 1, 2, 4. From the second, 2 minus 1, 3, 9. Third, 3 minus 1, minus 1, 2. Next, 2, 2, 4, 8. We have total 4 rows and 4 columns. Look at the first pivot. To make this 2, 3 to zeros, R2 implies it is R2 minus 2R1 clearly. R3 implies R3 is 3 minus 3 into this one. So it is 3 into R1. From this 2 which is in R4, it is R4 minus 2R1. After these 3 row operations, the matrix AB reduces to, it becomes equivalent to, first row is 1, 1, 2, 4. Second row is 0. Second row is 0. Next we have R2 minus 2R1. So it is minus 1 minus 2. Minus 3. 3 minus 2 into 2. 3 minus 4. 9 minus 2 into 4. It is 9 minus 8. From R3 we have 0. Next we have R3 minus 3R1. Minus 1 minus 3. Minus 4, minus 1, minus 3 into 2, minus 1, minus 6. Next it is 2 minus 3 into 4, 2 minus 12, minus 10. From the last row we have 2 minus 2 into 1, 2 minus 2 into 1, 4 minus 2 into 2, 8 minus 2 into 4. We have last row 0. Now look at the second pivot. So far we did not get the echelon form. So we are looking at the second pivot. Using the second pivot, this minus 4 has to become 0, which is in R3. So we have R3 implies this 3 multiplied here and this 4 multiplied here. We get 12 minus 12. It is 3 times of R3 minus 4 times of R2. We get the equivalent matrix. 1, 1, 2, 4, 0, minus 3, minus 1, 1. It is 0, 0. We have 3 times of R3. We have minus 21, minus 4 into 1 it is plus 4. It is going to give us minus 17. Next element is minus 10 into 3 is minus 30. Minus 30 minus 4 into 1 minus 34. And the last row already a 0 row. Now look at the matrix we have got. Last row is 0 row. No problem with that. Is like as required in our echelon form. In the remaining 3 non-zero rows, before the first non-zero entries, 0 zeros, 1 0, 2 zeros. Increment in the 0 number before the non-zero entry in the 3 previous non-zero rows. Right? So clearly this is the echelon form, and thereby we can have the rank of AB here. For the total matrix there are 3 non-zero rows, so rank of AB is 3, and the rank of A is equal to, in the last column we have 3 non-zero rows, so rank of A equal to 3. Therefore we can say the common value R equal to 3. Because rank of AB is rank of A, we say that the given system is consistent, means it will have a solution, it will have at least one solution. May have either only one solution or many solutions. So now we have to discriminate which type of solution it can have based on this R value and the N value of the given system. Because the number of unknowns in the system is, how many unknowns are there? 3 unknowns. N is equal to 3. R equal to 3, N equal to 3. The condition R equal to N is satisfied. And therefore we say that the consistent system is having unique solution. And that unique solution is obtained. That unique solution is obtained from the equivalent system of the echelon form. Right? From this we write the equivalent system. X plus y plus 2z equal to 4. Minus 3y minus z equal to 1. Minus 17 z equal to minus 34. Solving from back to front equation, which is called back substitution. Minus 17 z is minus 34, so z equal to 2. When z equal to 2 is used in the previous, we have minus 3y is equal to 1 plus z, 1 plus 2 we have 3. So y is equal to minus 1, z is 2, y is minus 1. When this y and z are taken in the first, we have x equal to 4 minus y minus 2z. Right? So we have got the value 4 plus 1 minus 4, the value of x is 1. So finally we have the required solution of the system is x is 1, y is minus 1, z is 2. The required unique solution of the given system by the method of consistency. So this is how any non-homogeneous system can be solved for getting either it is consistent or inconsistent, deciding whether it is consistent or inconsistent, or which type of solution it is going to get. All these things can be easily determined by this rank method alone. So this method is very, very important for you, because only in this method we are able to first check whether the system has solution or not, and then we are able to find out the type of. Now look at the problems here I have shown you. We are going to solve these two problems also by using the same rank method. These are of different kind. In the previous problems we have seen directly to get the solutions by checking the rank of A whether equal to or not equal to the rank of AB. Now these are the different kind of problems from the same method. Let us solve this fourth question. Look at the fourth question. Right? Please look at the fourth question. There are 3 equations and 3 unknowns. Right? So the given problem is to investigate the values of AB so that the system has no solution, unique solution, many solutions. So we have to determine here in this problem for what values of AB the system has no solution, for what values of AB the system has unique solution, for what values of AB the system has many solutions. That is what our problem is. Now from the first problem, from this first equation, when we write the augmented matrix first row, we have 1, 1, 1, 6. Next we have 1, 2, 3, 10. Next we have 1, 2, A, B. Let us convert this into echelon form. This is first row. Using this one, we make these down elements 0. So R2 implies R2 minus R1. R3 implies R3 minus R1. Why these two have been chosen? Because it is 1 and already 1 has to be used. Then this one is multiplied, subtracted from here, we get 0 here. Similar to the case with this element also. So we get the equivalent matrix. First row 1, 1, 1, 6. Second row 1 minus 1, 2 minus 1, 3 minus 1, 4 minus 6. Similarly the third row 0, 1, A minus 1, B minus 6. This is not the echelon form. Again from the second pivot, the down element has to be 0. This is an R3. So R3 implies R3 minus R2. This R2 pivot has to be used. Now we get the equivalent matrix. 1, 1, 1, 6, so 0, 1, 2, 4, 0 minus 0, 1 minus 1, A minus 1 minus 2, A minus 3, B minus 6 minus 4, we have got B minus 10. Right? Now look at the matrix. All the three are non-zeros. How can we say that? The last row is also a non-zero row unless and otherwise we have the values of A, B. We cannot say. So now what we have to do? We have to give some values to A and B so that results in no solution or unique solution or many solutions. Suppose we give the value of A equal to 3. What happens? This becomes 0. When A equal to 3, 3 minus 3, this place becomes 0. And B minus 10, we have B also equal to 10, let us suppose. Then this place also becomes 0. So when A equal to 3 and B equal to 10, the last row become completely 0, rank of A become 2 and rank of AB become 2, which gives us the case of many solutions. Because our first case is to have no solutions, so we repeat the cases here. We look at the case of no solution. For no solution, the rule is the rank of AB is not equal to the rank of A. This is the total AB. The rank of AB must not be equal to the rank of A. Suppose the rank of AB is equal to 3, suppose. Then what has to be true? The last row has to become a non-zero row. And the last row is non-zero row for this AB if this B minus 10 is 0. If this B minus 10 is 0, let us see what happens. If B is equal to 10, it becomes 0. When it is 0, first non-zero row, second non-zero row, third non-zero row. So when B is equal to 10, irrespective of the value of A is 3 or not equal to 3. When B is equal to 10 and A is equal to 3, what happens? The rank of AB become 3. This has become 0. This is non-zero, so non-zero row, second non-zero, first non-zero. So total 3 non-zero rows, so rank of AB is 3. But the rank of A is becoming 2. Yes? Is it becoming 2? The reason is because this A minus 3 we have chosen to be A equal to 3, so this is also becoming 0. Okay, I'm sorry. When B equal to 10 and A equal to 3, both these two elements become 0. So we don't get the no solution case here. We get the no solution case when we have A is not equal to 3 and B equal to 10. Because B equal to 10 and A is not equal to 3, we have rank of A equal to 2, rank of AB 3. So we have got rank of AB and A not equal, and the case is the system is inconsistent with no solution. Right? Now the second case is to have unique solution. The system to have unique solution, the condition is rank of AB must be equal to the rank of A, which is denoted by the smaller value. And we know that the rank of A and rank of AB both are equal only when A minus 3 is 0, B minus 10 is 0. That is the case with A equal to 3 and B is equal to 10. Okay, when A is equal to 3 and B is equal to 10, what happens? This last row become completely 0. Rank of A equal to 2 and rank of AB is also equal to 2. Right? So for this case we have got the rank of A is equal to and the rank of AB also is equal to 2. Because already n equal to 3, we say that the rank is less than n, and therefore we say that the system has not the unique solution. It has the many solution. We are getting the third case. So the system has no solution for B equal to 10 and A not equal to 3. It has many solutions for A equal to 3 and B equal to 10. And now let us see the case of having unique solution, where the ranks are equal, giving us the unique solution. Right? Suppose we have the value of A equal to 3 and B is equal to any value. Let us see what happens. When A is equal to 3, the condition for unique solution is rank is equal to n. It is rank less than n for many solutions, rank equal to n for unique solution. When A equal to 3, B is equal to any value, then what happens? For A equal to 3, this becomes 0. We have two non-zero rows in A. The rank of A becomes 2. And B is any value. Maybe 10 value or not equal to 10 value. But already A minus 3. Already A minus 3. No. We should select A not equal to 3 and B is any value. When A is not equal to 3, we have the rank of A is equal to 3. Even the same give us, the same choice of AB values give us, the rank of AB also is equal to 3. Because already n is equal to 3, we have the condition r equal to n, and we say that the system is consistent having unique solution. So got the difference between the three cases? For no solutions, the rank of AB must not be equal to rank of A. And for getting the ranks not equal, we must have A not equal to 3 and B equal to 10, giving different ranks. Thereby, the first case is satisfied. In the second case, to have unique solution, we must have the common value of rank of AB equal to A equal to n, which is possible for A equal not equal to 3 and B is equal to any value. Because when A is not equal to 3, the rank of A and AB both become 3, irrespective of the value of B, small b. And clearly because n equal to 3, we have r equal to n. We say that for having unique solution, A must not be equal to 3 and B can be any value. For the case of having many solutions, the rule is r less than n. For r less than n, we must have A equal to 3 and B equal to 10. Giving the rank of A, AB equal to 2, but 2 is less than n equal to 3, we say that r less than n is satisfied. We say that the system has many solutions. Right? This is one of the models we can have from the rank method. Now let us look at the third one, the next problem. Right? From the third problem, what is the problem given? For what values of k the system is consistent? First we have to inspect for what value of k. For which value of k the given system is consistent. Possess at least one solution. Rank of A equals to rank of AB is true for what value of k. Then we have to find for different values of k what is the solution. The same process once again. We consider the augmented matrix A. We have the first row 1 1 1 1, second row 4 1 10 k square, third row 2 1 4 k. Right? Now let us reduce this to echelon form first. This is first element, 4 2 has to be made 0. So row 2 implies row 2 minus 4 row 1. And the row 3 implies row 3 minus 2 row 1. So are you clear with the selection of these two? R2 is R2 minus 4 R1 because R2 is 4. When we take from this one 4, it has to be multiplied with 1. So I have written 4 times of R1. Similarly, this R3 is chosen. R3 row operation is chosen. Using these two, the matrix is equivalent to first row is 1, 1, 1, 1. Second row is 0. It is 1 minus 4 minus 3. 10 minus 4, 6. K square minus 4. Right? From the third row, we have 2 minus 2, 0. 1 minus 2. 4 minus 2. K minus 2. Now the second pivot is minus 3. We have over R3 to make this minus 1 0. We have R3 implies 3R3. So that it becomes minus 3 here. Subtract, we have to subtract minus because they have the same sign. Minus of minus become plus 3 we get from here. Making here 0. It becomes minus R2. So using that we get the equivalent matrix 1, 1, 1, 1, 0 minus 3, 6, K square minus 4, 0, 0. We have again 0 and this is 3 times of R3. We have 3K minus 6 minus R2 means minus K square plus 4 minus K square plus 3K minus 2. This is the element here. Now look at the form. Clearly this is echelon form. As the number of zeros increase in the along the non-zero rows, the number of zeros increase before the non-zero entry. This is the echelon form now. Now from this echelon form we have to check what is the value of K for the system to be consistent. Right? And what is the rule of consistent? The rank of A must be equal to rank of AB. This is AB, complete AB. When we have the last column, we get the matrix A here. When we have the last column and when we look at the first 3 columns, we have the last row is 0 row, 2 non-zero rows, the rank of A is 2. Because the rank of A is already 2, to be consistent, the rank of AB must also be true. Must also be 2. Therefore, this number has to be 0. So that the last row is completely 0 row and rank of A and rank of AB both equals to 2. So what is our understanding from this echelon form? Because already the rank of A had in the last column, the first 3 columns denote the echelon form of A. There are 2 non-zero rows, so rank of A is 2. To have the same rank value of AB, last row has to become 0 row. For that this quadratic term has to become 0, so that last row is completely 0 and rank of A is rank of AB. Both equal to 2 and we get consistency of the system. Now making this last element 0. So our conclusion is for consistency we must have minus K square plus 3K minus 2 equal to 0 or K square minus 3K plus 2 equal to 0. On factorization we get K minus 1 into K minus 2 equal to 0. We have K equal to 1, 2. So these are the possible values of K which can give a possible solution for the given system. Now we need to calculate what are the solutions for each value of this K. Right? Let us do this. I hope you all understanding. Right? Now for each value of K, suppose we choose the value K equal to 1. Let us see for this one what is the system solution. What is the solution of the system? For this K equal to 1 we can write the equivalent system from the echelon form. It is x plus y plus z equal to 1 minus 3y plus 6z equal to K is 1, so 1 square minus 4, 1 minus 4. From the last row, this becomes 0 for K equal to 1, no equation. We have 2 equations and 3 unknowns, x, y, z. Right? This can be now solved by cross multiplication easily. So we have x, y, z. Right? starting from the coefficient of this y variable 1 1 1 1. Second equation gives us -3 6 -3, no x value here, 0 coefficient. So on cross multiplication we are going to get, it is on cross multiplication we are going to get we have x by 6 minus of minus 3, 6 plus, it is a 6 minus of minus 3, 6 plus 3 is 9, y by minus 3 minus 6, it is minus 9, z by 1 into 0, 0, minus of minus 3 plus 3. Suppose we take the value to be k, the equal ratio value to be k, because we have the common divisibility by 3 here, 3 ones, 3 threes, 3 threes. We have got the required solution is equal to x equal to 3, y equal to minus 3 and z equal to 1. In case if we choose k is equal to 1. Because k is arbitrary, for different values of k we have the different solution. So total we say that there are infinite number of solutions for the value of k equal to 1 in the given system. Similarly, corresponding to k equal to 2 also we can get the infinite number of solutions. Similar to this case, please verify in your notebooks, try to solve it similarly as we did it for the case of k equal to 1, right?